me ask you guys one thing. Have you ever had the desire to witness a half-naked anime girl get her bodily fluids sucked through her ass cheeks by a giant butterfly? Bet that got your attention, you sick bastards. Well, you can't. Not in this video anyway. I'm gonna have to censor some of it, because, well, obvious reasons. The uncensored version will be up on Patreon, because I don't feel like getting slapped with a good old community guideline strike today. This is Island of Giant Insects, originally a manga. A pretty, gratuitous manga too, might I add. Turned into a crappy OVA, then turned into a glorious mess of a movie that you see before you. And when I say mess, I truly do mean mess. This thing somehow manages to be one of the most stupid yet entertaining anime films I've ever sat through. So the basic premise of both the manga and the movie are the same. The movie opens up with our characters preparing to board a plane, showing off some rather amazing cell artwork. Just, chef's kiss level stuff here, while everyone just awkwardly stares at each other in silence. Why? I have no idea. Budget, I guess. En route, the plane they're all on crashes onto a random island in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Here, we are introduced to our heroine, Mutsumi Oribe, and probably one of the best line deliveries I've ever heard.
Oh fuck!
And what's real crazy is that she's literally one of the only likable characters in this entire movie. Everyone else is just, oh god, they're clearly there to be slaughter fodder.
You should really be drinking water or tea. The hiking club handbook says sugary drinks dehydrate you.
What, are you worried you're gonna get thirsty with me around, slut?
I swear to God, the people that wrote this were very clearly going for your typical B-movie slasher kind of dynamic, because of course, as soon as these people open their mouths, all you want to see is how viciously the titular giant insects can tear them limb from limb. It doesn't help that the entire script feels like it was written by some dude whose username would totally be Edgemaster3000 or something like that.
Bitch, you crazy? In 3 days, we're all gonna be bug-fucked!
Don't you dare call her a bitch! You're the bitch!
What's that, bitch?
Bitches! Shut up.
I'm gonna pee.
Thanks for the update.
Don't worry, I'm in the hiking club. I pee outside all the time. Just thought you all should know that. Bye!
It's always the weird ones that bite at first. So yeah, all you people that kept bitching about Attack on Titan's bad CG, may I introduce you to the wonderful world of this movie's giant bugs, all realized in gloriously shitty looking PS2 era cutscene quality that clashes horribly with the traditional anime style.
What's happening?
That's hit button.
To be fair, still looks better than Berserk 2016 though. From here on, it's basically just a real shitty 80s era teen horror movie in the form of a 2020 anime film. Realistically, we're only really here to see what kind of fucked up ways the creators could come up with to completely destroy all these stupid characters. And even the few times, the very small fragments of a moment where you might actually start to like them, they drop lines such as,
Fuck, I haven't had that much shit in my face since my ex got into scat.
and quickly remind you, yes, big buggies come out to play. The movie adapts the first 5 or so chapters of the manga, so if you've read the manga, you already know what you can expect. And as with most adaptations, the manga is a hell of a lot more graphic. There's a scene where our heroes come across a nest of mud wasp larvae eating people alive by giving them a chemical that makes them feel pleasure instead of pain. It's here, but it's definitely been toned down a bit, whereas in the manga, it's just fucking gross. One of my favorite moments from the manga is when our characters have to navigate through a forest full of giant ticks, and it leads to one of the most disturbing full-page panels I think I've seen in any manga I've read in quite a while. Again, it's here, but it's not even close to being as horrifying. Not only that, but the anime decides to use this moment as an excuse to slap us across the face with a bunch of just, such clever innuendos. Again, the writing is just,
Quiet! It excites the hard ticks when you make noise. They want to engorge themselves on our warm flesh. It's a powerful attraction. They like hot bodies and vibrations. In fact, one could say that heat and vibrations just make the ticks harder.
One scene missing from the movie, though, that kind of disappointed me was a moment during the giant, I'm just going to call it a pincer bug fight, where it picks up one of the characters and literally crunches her to death in its jaws. And it's such a brutal moment in the manga. I would have loved to have seen how they animated that, but instead, I guess they thought we needed this epic scene instead, where Mutsumi walks in slow-mo for, I swear to God, like 2 minutes straight with the most stock-sounding rock music I've ever heard. Seriously, why in God's name is this even in here? It just goes on and on and on. It's like the purest definition of padding. And considering how stupid this thing actually is, they managed to get some like genuinely good voice actors for the roles. Sarah Roach is our lead character, Brittany Karbowski, Kaylee Mills, Sarah Wiedenef, like genuine voice acting talent. And then just because they could, fucking YouTubers, I guess, which is actually kind of cool, I think, to toss in like internet personalities with professional voice actors. And honestly, no one does a real bad job here. It's the script, man. God, it's just, well, it feels like something I'd write, to be honest. Here's the thing. I read the manga first, so I knew what I was getting into. I love horror. I don't shy away from stuff like this. I've seen a lot of people just straight up talking shit about this movie, dumping all over it. And I mean, I can see why, but at the same time, I went into this treating it exactly the same way I would treat an 80s B-grade slasher flick, and with that mindset, I actually quite enjoyed myself. There's gore, gratuitous nudity, terrible dialogue, stupid characters you want to see die. Tell me how this isn't just a Friday the 13th, but with bugs. Do I want a sequel that covers the rest of the manga? Yeah, but this is also coming from the guy that loves Corpse Party and High School of the Dead, so clearly I'm a man of refined taste.
Can't wait to shit in a toilet and not in the dirt. Do 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 do.